Prophet Micha teaches us the concept of ahavas chesed, to love kindness. In other words, it's not just pursuing kindness. It's not just helping a person in need, but we need to work on ourselves to really make it a passion to do good for others, and to create it within ourselves, that it's something that gives us great joy and fulfillment. In this week's parsha, the Torah says that Pasoach tiftach es yodecha, open your hand and supply to the person in need dei machsoro, what he needs. Rabbi Avram Pam points out that the Torah is telling us with those words, dei machsoro, what he needs, is that chesed, kindness, is not a one-size-fits-all, but it requires tremendous amount of thinking and heart to be able to perceive exactly what the next person needs. There is a verse in Mishlei, De'aga b'levish yashichena. If a person worries, a person's bothered by something, a person's afraid of something, suppress it. That's what yashichena means. But the Talmud says that there's a hidden message actually in that word. Yasichena means talk about it. You're worried. Speak to someone. Rashi explains that when you speak to someone, the person who you're speaking to may give you advice. Rabbi Avram Pam adds, speaking to someone helps you lift the burden. When we think of acts of kindness, of course what comes to mind is a financial assistance, physical assistance, putting in great effort to help the next person. But there's a way that we can help, an easy way that we can be a help, just by being a listener, a good listener. Yeah, but I don't know what I'm going to be able to say to the person. I don't really know if I can advise the person. I'm not qualified. I'm not a professional. You're a human being. And the Torah is telling us, the prophet Mishlei is telling us, that when somebody speaks, just by speaking to another person, it helps lift a burden. So we can perform the mitzvah of kindness by listening, just by being a good listener. Now we can be a good listener to someone who's a friend, someone in the community, and even to people who are close to us. And sometimes we might say, well, I really can't change the situation. I can't help out. Listening itself is an act of kindness. Who would think that listening is a fulfillment of love your neighbor as yourself? That's what the Torah is teaching us, whatever the person needs. And often what the person needs is just someone to lend a listening ear with a compassionate heart. Have a fabulous Shabbos.